Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Ladies and gentlemen, Egghead News Podcast Daily. It's me, Tracy Spivey, here with Egghead News Podcast Daily Hot Topics. And with me, I got the trifecta. You know them, you talk to them, you send them comments. With me, as always, Mr. Pablo. Say it twice, Solano.
Hey,
Pete, you in the house?
Yep. What's going on, man?
Man, it's hot in the city. Hot in the city tonight.
Yeah.
Man, it got hot real quick, man. And speaking of hot, they got that one borough out there. Somebody said Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn Bridge in the house. Freddie? Mahoney?
What's going on, people? What's going on?
Is Brooklyn in the house?
Always.
Brooklyn's in the house, boys and girls. Always Brooklyn's in the house. I got my hand on my wallet. I got my wallet on my... But anyway, yo, we got some exciting topics to talk about here, boys and girls. That's right. But we're going to do it in order. But we all know what everybody wants to talk about. Anybody's talking about. Let's give kudos to two things. One kudos. Gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree. Mr. Robert.
Yes.
I want to say it correctly. Pattinson.
Correct?
Yes,
Some people
Pattinson.
say Paddington.
Not
Yeah, some people say Paddington.
Not Patterson.
Yeah, and some people say
Yeah,
Patterson.
Pattinson.
And some people say
Pattinson.
like Paddington, like the bear, like the stuffed bear. Yeah, I said no, I don't think he's a bear. The last time anybody seen him, he was a vampire. But kudos to him, Robert Pattinson. We're gonna talk about that in depth, ladies and gentlemen. And also kudos, which people aren't doing. Let's give a shout out to Warner Brothers DC Films. You stole the front page during Avengers Endgame. Hands up, let's get some applause, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. They actually done it. They can't believe it. They actually done it. They stole the front page during Avengers Endgame.
They
run.
needed to win.
Kudos to you. Speaking of Avengers Endgame run, it is now number 2 all time, gentlemen.
Of course.
Did we
Of
expect
course.
this?
We've been talking about this
Pete, what do you got to say about this?
since Infinity War. We've been talking. We knew this was going to happen.
We talking about it for years.
This is no surprise. Avatar's going to be tough. But I think it'll eventually overcome that as well. And kudos to them.
You know, as long as it
Freddie?
stays out there, in theaters, it has a chance, you know, to really, take down Avatar. But the fact that it's number 2, I mean, listen, it's a phenomenal movie. I don't see why it
I'm just saying,
can't pass Avatar.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
it's a
it's gonna
200
happen.
mil.
I mean, it's going to
Or
happen.
I think probably a little less than that. It's still a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
Being that I'm sure half the world have seen it.
It is.
So
That's the truth. You make that much money, even the guys in Cambodia seen it.
Listen, we got Memorial Day
front.
weekend coming.
I know I got you.
During that Memorial Day weekend, it'll be
you're
a
right.
bigger jump.
You're right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Memorial
right.
Day weekend, okay? So let's not forget that. That'll be a big jump right there. So it's going to happen soon.
P, I was talking to you about it 2 weeks ago about somebody saying, you know what, even though if it passes Avatar, it's still like really like conceptually like number 2. So if you got 5 plus 5 equals 10, but you know what the truth is, 4 plus 4 equals 8, and 8 is bigger than 10. I mean, did you hear this nonsense coming out of left field from people? People crazy. Because if that's the case, Gone with the Wind is still the number 1 movie. I think they were charging a nickel.
Going with the Wind.
Your friend, what was it? A nickel? A nickel?
Not Citizen Kane.
No, Gone with the Wind is still number 1.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
They was charging a nickel and a husk of corn, because that was America back then. A nickel and a husk of corn. You had to bring your own groceries.
Man, boy,
I feel like I was at Little House on the Prairie. Now that it's up there in the upper echelon, and I think the top 10 movies now say Buena Vista, which is basically Disney, and the big drama, the big fear that everybody had that Disney would own 14% of the entertainment industry on the third planet from the sun. Does that bother anybody, or
They're
you just
taking
think
over.
they're going to keep on doing what they're going to do?
Taking over the media, taking over everything.
Are you saying Hell Hydra? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Yes.
Are you saying the Empire? Da, 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 da.
Hey,
Disney's buying up everyone, man. So
I mean, couple that.
I heard Disney
listen,
bought Atlantis last week.
Listen, listen. Disney has obviously
The catalog. They got the catalog.
Yeah, they got the catalog. They got their catalog. They got Fox's catalog. They have a bunch of stuff. And now with their Disney streaming, undercutting the price of everyone else, so that you can come see the abundance of content that they have on their platform. And I'm pretty sure they're going to work on something that's going to be beautiful, elegant, and fun for us to go see. They're really the empire. And they got Hulu now. They got all of it.
and I was gonna they have Hulu. Right, there you go.
They have all of Hulu. So you
Right.
already know Daredevil, Punisher, all those characters that are on the
Characters,
ground and a little bit more real in regards to, you know,
They're gonna
the rated R type content is going to be on Hulu.
They're gonna come right. So they will return.
Yeah.
They will return.
Gentlemen, don't forget Eggheads episode 4. We spoke about this back in 2017.
Yeah.
I love going to the archives. I love going to the replay. Replay, boys and girls. Y'all saw us. We was at a studio doing the triangle trifecta. We talked about the streaming biz. We talked about DC was putting out a streaming platform. We talked about Disney was going to try to get into the streaming platform. The whole target was Netflix. Everybody was going to put Netflix. And here we are, 2019.
Yeah.
We're not even 2020. We are here. And Disney said, well, ain't nobody beating me. Then AT&T came in, bought up Warner Brothers. And now, I don't know if you guys saw the news yesterday. AT&T is talking about chopping up HBO and putting it on stream. I'm like, whoa!
Putting it on what?
Putting on what now? Wait, what?
The streaming wars. They were talking about Game of Thrones. That Game of Thrones shouldn't end, and maybe they would put something on a streaming service. I said, how you gonna put stuff on a streaming service? You're Time Warner. AT&T is getting into the game. As Pablo, we said it back in 2017. The streaming wars have started, and they have begun.
Pablo did talk. About that. And it's
Netflix is not the only game in town. I mean, they haven't been the only game in town for a few years now with Amazon or Hulu, but Netflix still dominates.
And you know who got beat out? And I love them to death. Apple TV got beat. Soon as Disney bought Fox, Apple TV just got wiped away.
I mean, they're working on it.
Some stuff.
They're working on
it. But I love Apple TV. I love Apple TV. But boys, let's move on. Congratulations once again, Avengers Endgame. We're sitting back watching this. But boys, let's talk about the hottest topic in the land, the hottest band in the world. And no, it's not Kiss. We are talking about the Batman, Warner Brothers DC films, stealing the front page from Marvel Studios, and nobody's complaining.
Hey,
Pablo, let's dig into it. The Batman is here.
When I heard the news, thoughts of Endgame and Marvel disappeared suddenly.
Ain't that the truth? I can't even lie. I won't even lie.
I did not think or speak about Marvel in that instance.
Really?
They got you.
I've been wanting to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this for the past 4 days, and we haven't gotten together to do it. Now we're doing it, and now I'm not gonna shut up about it because I think this is, in terms of the process, in terms of what they're doing, this is huge.
This is huge.
This is huge.
This is huge.
Batman.
Why is it huge?
I'm in my opinion.
Why is it huge?
In my opinion, Batman is the biggest superhero character of all time.
I agree with you on that. Yes, I agree with you on that.
I like Spidey.
Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man, but Batman, for me, he is number one.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
number one.
Okay.
I totally
You
agree
do
with
a
you on
great Batman. You do a Batman you've never seen before.
that. Right.
We're talking $2 billion territory.
Oh well, that's come on, man. That's automatic.
That's $2 billion. If it's a really great Batman movie,
$2 billion.
You mean just
Tell
that
me.
one movie making $2 billion?
$2 billion.
Yeah, it can make $2 billion.
Pablo, $2 billion. That one movie make $2 billion.
The Batman could make $2 billion if it's great.
If it's good.
Easy.
Listen,
Why? And I would like to
if it's great.
I would like to answer Fred.
well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about if they just put out a movie and it's whack, they're gonna make $2 billion.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm talking about a movie.
They're not putting out Kleenex tissue.
You know what? $2 billion. I don't know.
Let me answer Fred's question real quick. As the auditor of this debate, real quick, two things I would say, Fred. The reason why that this is big, number one reason why, up until this point, other than Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam, Warner Brothers has been failing in their comic book property. That's automatic. There's nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about Zack. I don't want to talk about anything else. All the other promises of New Gods, Suicide Squad, the proposed Green Lantern Corps, Birds of Prey, all that stuff is all right now speculation. But the one character that we said they have to have, and the secondary character we said they had to have, was red and blue, black and red, whatever. Batman and Superman. Superman, I don't know what's going on. Batman, we finally got a Batman, and we finally got the right Batman, friend. I'm telling you why this is big. Because this is a Batman, and please, listen, I'm older than Methuselah. This Batman is age appropriate to go into the future with the Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot. They can run off the next 10, 12 years and be that team, just like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Hemsworth with a Trinity over at Marvel Studios. These three people could run DC films right into the next decade if they're smart. That's why I say this is a big deal. That's why if Ralph McQuarrie directs the Green Lantern Corps, that's a big deal. If they ever get this Flash thing done right. And that's the reason why. Fred, you know all of the mistakes that they've made. Is this a big deal to have this man as Batman? Yeah. It actually proves that they did something right. Yeah. Finally. Other than Wonder Woman.
Well, I mean,
other than Aquaman.
Okay.
Can I?
Other than Shazam.
And there are the people who think that Nicholas Hoult should have had that role.
Who?
Then there are people who
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
Nicholas Hoult, who's playing J.R.R. Tolkien.
Should have gotten that role.
Wait, Nicholas Hoult, who's playing J.R.R. Tolkien.
I'm not saying that he should have. I'm just saying that.
You talking about that karate dude?
That's who they looked as the
runner-up. No, he's talking about Nicholas Hoult, who plays the Beast in the Fox's rendition of the X-Men. That's who Nicholas Hoult. He's now currently playing J.R.R. Tolkien in the unapproved autobiography.
Could you text me his name, please? Because I text me his name.
He was like the runner-up.
It's Nicholas Hoult. Look up the Beast. Look up the Beast in the last couple of X-Men. He was an X-Men First Class. That was his first appearance as the Beast. Yeah, I know he is. He's a good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
He said, I know he is.
Nah.
I don't think he's. You know what?
Go ahead.
No.
Fred, you know what his first movie was? Hey, Pete, you know what his first movie was? I don't want to distract anybody. His first movie was, that's right, Sam Worthington's Clash of the Titans. If you watch that movie, hey, ain't that the Beast? Yes, that was his first rendition. And then he got hooked up with Singer, and then he started doing some other things. He's got this token role. Listen, it is what it is. Whatever it is. He got put on.
I don't know if people know why I'm laughing.
He got put on.
Whatever.
But listen, let me tell you something, Pete. We talk about Robert Pattinson. You know who you and I had talked about before, but he passed on a role. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Arnett passed on Batman.
Oh yeah, that was a while back.
And
he would have been dope. He would have been dope.
Josh Arnett, he'd have been dope.
Because he's a good actor.
Josh Arnett would have been dope. But he passed.
He could have been
now they're going
really
into
good.
The future.
He
But go ahead, Fred. I hope that was my rendition on why this is a big deal.
Can I read?
Was failing.
Can I read some pieces of an article? I think. What did you read the article I sent?
There's the article. I'm going through the rigorous.
Yeah. I want to read it out.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, you know he's gonna train.
So this article written by J.K. Schmidt on May 17th, 2019. THR report. notes that the studio is in the midst of a vetting process which includes screen tests, costume tests, readings, and meetings. So while Pattinson might not have signed the contract yet, they are way deep in the discussions that will likely end in a formal offer. Warner Brothers has high hopes for the Batman, and they should. The superhero is one of the most popular and recognizable characters in the world. 2 of Christopher Nolan's Batman films grossed over $1 billion each at the box office, and they're eager to get a new franchise with that same appeal. But the movie is shaping up to be unlike the Caped Crusader's other cinematic adventures. According to comments made by writer and director Matt Reeves, and I quote, is very much a point of view driven noir Batman tale. It's told very squarely on his shoulders, and I hope it's going to be a story that will be thrilling but also emotional. It's more Batman in his detective mode than we've seen in the films, and this is true.
Absolutely.
The comics have a history of that, although Keaton did a great job as being a detective. He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and that's not necessarily been a part of.
Yeah, that we never got the full Batman.
I love this to be one where, when we go on that journey of tracking down the criminals and trying to solve a crime, it's going to allow his character to have an arc so that he can go through a transformation. Now, this is just think about it like this. We're taking this journey with Batman instead of observing it. If you understand what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Where we're going, this is a sort of point of view. So every emotion, every surprise, anything that he discovers, we're discovering it with him, so to speak. So it'll be interesting to see that.
Well, the best thing that you're hearing is that we're not going to get the old-fashioned origin story. That's what kills these movies.
Yeah, and we're not. See, the thing is that they're not just giving it to anybody.
Okay.
Portray him exactly how he should be portrayed. Yes.
This movie, again, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm saying this would be the best Batman we have ever seen, and we're probably gonna see a $2 billion box office.
I hope so.
If it's great.
I hope so.
If it's great. But just think about, we're talking about it like this now, and nothing's been done.
Nothing has been done. That's why. Exactly. Nothing has been done. So I can't go through.
So that,
nothing's been done. And
that just lets you know the hype, Fred. That just lets you know the hype.
I mean, I can't.
The anticipation is through the roof.
I can't. No. I can't get that hype.
But why is the anticipation through the roof?
Huh?
Why is the anticipation through the roof? Because everybody wants to wipe away Ben Affleck's Batman.
Right.
That's the truth. Everybody wants to go forward. Right. That's why the
not a lot of people would agree with you.
You talk about pressure.
Listen, not a lot of people would agree with you.
There's a lot of pressure with this.
But I agree with you.
Right.
Everybody wants to forget this Batman thing with Ben Affleck.
I'm sure.
But Pete, listen to what your article said. He never mentioned any Batman comic book runs. This man's writing his own script. That's going to save it from anything else. It doesn't have to be the Dark Knight. Yeah. It doesn't have to be the Court of Owls. It doesn't have to be the Long Halloween. Yeah. It doesn't have to be. Hey, it doesn't have to be Hush. And God knows I would love to see Hush on film. I mean, I can't
wait for the animated film to come out. I can't wait for that.
I would love to see Hush. But that's the whole point. When Zach put his Batman out, he told you exactly the 3 elements or the 4 or 5 storylines that he was going to mingle and meld. And that's what it just. Oh my God!
And plus, he was just selling the characters. He wasn't selling like their abilities and what they're really capable of doing. It's just selling the character, on screen. That's basically what he was doing. So,
just to point out something that you had mentioned in regards to Christian Bale. Before Robert Pattinson, to me, the best Batman that has ever played the role is Michael Keaton. Anybody can fight me on that, whatever. But Michael Keaton was the best
I
Batman.
love Michael Keaton. I can't. I love Michael Keaton.
But it wasn't to me. It just didn't feel like Batman.
But it's proven. But they're proving that right now they are elevating it by saying finally what we all been talking about is him being the world's greatest detective, and that alone,
True.
that alone,
Very much so,
is saying something about how they really look at the character.
Well, gentlemen, how do you feel about the negative, the almost predictable?
You're gonna get that, man.
Negative
Come on,
reaction.
you're gonna get that. You're gonna get
Batman.
that. The same thing with Michael Keaton. You know, but wait, was it like that with Christian Bale though? Was it like that with Christian Bale? Did he get a lot of negative?
No, I think
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
Nah, really? I thought Christian Bale was when they announced him. I was like, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean, when they announced him, he just came off of American Psycho, so everybody knew he could play Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Right.
We just want to know how he would play
But
Batman.
it wasn't an outrage.
Michael Keaton was the best. Michael Keaton was the best Bruce Wayne. He was.
But Keaton
Oh
was
my God.
Keaton was outraged
But
when
it
we
was
heard his name.
Right. It was outrage because he just did like.
He did Beetlejuice. We said,
He
wait a
did
minute.
Mr. Mom.
Beetlejuice is Batman?
He did Johnny
God.
Dangerously.
And he did Night Shift. And
Yep.
from there people saying like, you got to be kidding me. That was probably the big outrage right then and there. So, but Christian Bale, I actually, when I heard that he was playing, because he was good in American Psycho.
Well, I saw American Psycho. I said he can play Bruce Wayne easy. He looks like a playboy. You know, are you kidding me?
Pattinson look like he'll play a good Bruce Wayne or a better Bruce Wayne, or better,
Of course.
or better Bruce Wayne, a better Batman, or both.
Pattinson. To me, right now.
Listen, wait. Let's not.
Right now, Pattinson. P.S. I'm sorry. Right now, Pattinson look like he's a dope Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
I see pictures of him in other
Visually,
films.
you
It's a
could
rap.
believe. Visually,
It's a
you
rap.
could believe.
Visually, it's a rap.
Yeah,
It's a rap.
visually,
Not
you can
even
believe
talking
that's a
about.
Bruce Wayne. But I don't want to get too far
that's a
ahead.
Bruce Wayne.
I don't want to get too far ahead. The hate that he's getting is undeserved. I mean, people are judging him off of Twilight, and even he himself didn't like doing the Twilights, but he did it because it's a paid gig. You know what I'm saying? And he got a lot of stardom off of that. But he's done a lot of indie films. He got like mad projects coming out. So people haven't seen the best of him. This movie is gonna put him on the map even further. Right now, people are looking at him crazy.
And that Twilight generation is now in their late 20s.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
gone. So he can't rely on
He
teeny
brought
boppers
those people
supporting
over.
him. Now that's dead.
I would say Batman will probably make there will be the next DC character to make $1 billion.
No,
I don't know
he's
about
gonna make
2 billion. I don't know about 2 billion.
Egghead said it right here.
I don't know.
Egghead said it right
I
here.
do not know, man.
Noted.
That
It'll be
Wait a
in the
minute.
archive.
What? I heard a number. What?
Why not? You didn't think Black Panther was gonna make $1 billion? Don't say yeah, because I go back to the videotape.
I don't know, man. I can see it making $1 billion and being, right there with Aquaman and be the next DC character to make $1 billion.
I told you that Black Panther will make $1 billion, and you said no way.
And I'm gonna say this about the Batman. I don't think it's gonna do $2 billion.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
$2 billion. It's gonna. I don't.
Okay. I have my reasons. I don't know what your reasons are, but I have my reasons.
That's.
Excuse me?
What about the possibility of him being? Let's get back to the main topic. Being the best Batman we ever had.
I think I think it is quite possible. I think it'll probably be. I'm quite certain of it. Based on, and this is not. I'm going off the information that we have been speaking about for quite some time of what kind of Batman we need to see, and what we're reading is exactly what we've been talking about for a while. So this is what makes it exciting. This is what makes this the possibility of him being the best Batman and the best Batman film ever. It's because of what we're talking about right now in this article.
Okay. All right. Let's just hope.
My last subject, my last topic, talking about this Batman movie, and I think we agreed on Eggheads podcast number 3 or 4. With the streaming service and everything else, I don't think at this time, if Robert Pattinson is Batman in the movies, he should be the only Batman in the movies. If this Batman, the Batman, is an elsewhere film, and they bring Batman back in the regular continuum or whatever Warner Brothers doing, I think it should be Robert
You mean like
Pattinson.
as a TV? You mean like as a
How
TV
do you guys feel
series?
about it?
If they would do like a
No, I'm talking about in the movies.
Oh.
Because remember, right now, the films are separated. You got these single long shot films, Wonder Woman 1984 and the Batman, that aren't part of the continuum. They're elsewhere.
Okay.
Stories.
All right.
If they put Batman back, I don't think we should have 4 to 5 Batmans running around. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that Wonder Woman 1984 is an elsewhere story. I think this is the beginning of a new wave or a new detour into something better. And I think there's
well, they said that's how they explain how Steve Trevor's alive.
Yeah.
Because it's not connected to the previous continuum.
So,
but you know what? You might be right. They might just be wiping away
that's what I'm talking about.
BVS and Justice League.
That's
They
what I'm
might.
talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. This is I think this is in some way a reorganization or strategy to really bring the Justice League, not now,
But yeah.
but for when the
Yeah.
right time arrives, they are all beloved characters
Right.
already. They're just like the
Right.
Avengers. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten to know these
We got
characters.
to-
We know Gal Gadot.
right.
We know
Also
Jason
Curry,
Momoa.
right? Yeah, Momoa, right?
we need a Batman. We have Shazam. You know, obviously we got to get Superman back. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm leaning almost towards
Yeah, we got to get Superman back. We have to.
if they wait too long, do you recast?
What's his name?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have that
Recast
conversation.
who? What's his name for the Flash? You mean? Oh, Superman.
Superman,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Ezra Miller is gone. Yeah, Ezra Miller's gone. But recast Henry Cavill, yeah.
But so far, there's no reports of him leaving or the role. You know what I mean?
No, but you know, as time
Well,
goes
the last
by,
time we
as
saw
time goes
the
by-
last time we saw Henry, he was hanging out with Jason Momoa after Jason Momoa shaved his beard off for that charity thing. So the both of them are hanging out. So is that a sign that he's still there?
I think if they were done, I think they would have been announced by now if he was really done playing that role, playing the Superman role.
Nah.
Why not?
No, that's not true because look how long it took Ben Affleck's announcement to come about. We already knew that he was out.
We all knew he was going to be gone.
But there was no formal announcement until later on. I wasn't surprised by that move. We already knew that that was happening. Now we already knew that they were talking about that. So with Henry Cavill, we can wait as long as we want. But at some point they're going to make a decision.
So Pablo, you're saying that Robert Pattinson will be the only Batman. Is that what you're implying?
I believe so because you know. I don't understand the frown, Freddie. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Where's that coming from?
Again, because you're saying that you believe so, you want to believe that, but he may not be. It all depends on how this movie turns out.
Believe what?
But if it all depends on this movie, I'm telling you, if it depends on this movie, why is everyone don't want to talk about the other part? If he doesn't do well in this damn movie, all right, listen, Pablo, listen, plain and simple. It's a right and there's a wrong. There's a pros and a con. You're saying on the thing of like, yes, it's a possibility. I'm saying if this movie, if he doesn't do well, then Tracy, no. That's it. Why is that so hard?
Listen, it's equivalent to me telling you, Freddie, if you cross the street, you might get hit by a car.
Oh my gosh, Pablo, come on, man.
I'm just saying.
But
You stating the obvious. You're stating the obvious.
So you're
I'm
not
making my case based on information that I'm receiving in terms of what they're trying to do.
Okay, you can make the obvious, but at the end, you can make the obvious, but
What I'm saying is, based on the information that I'm getting, I'm calling out the positives. Right now, I don't see a negative. Yes, it could be bad. That is, anything could be bad.
okay. But why that can't be?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, why is that?
You know what could be bad, but you know what could be bad? Tell me,
but-
wait. Tell me that the reason why it could be bad, that the WB might meddle. Okay, Freddie, I get that.
Why can I not say that? But why?
Because you have
That's
no
crazy.
basis. You have no
I
base.
gave you a lot of base. It probably could be bad.
It
writing.
could be.
He
It could be
probably
bad.
not
It could be
execute-
blue. It could be black.
Or he could be, or he probably won't execute it as well on the big screen and playing that character.
We
Why is
know
that so
this.
freaking hard?
We know this.
Whether you know
We
it, why
know
is it so
this.
hard to?
We
Okay,
know
but so
this.
But why? But why?
'Cause you're
Why is the
stating that-
problem not to
'cause
pronounce it?
Listen.
Well, I'm
'cause you're
saying, but
stating
why-
the
I mean, you
obvious.
can
You're
say
stating
that.
the
Why
You,
obvious.
can, I
not
mean,
to pronounce
you have
it?
the right. Listen,
Because we
listen, I
already
think
know this,
you-
Fred. I'm telling you, if he
So
does what
what?
he's supposed
If
to
you
do,
know it, but-
listen.
okay,
Wait,
hold on,
Freddie,
hold on,
Freddie, listen.
No,
Hello?
Pablo. Yes, if you
Hello?
know it, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be silent and not still express it. There are
But
probably
give
other
me a
people that
reason.
don't know that.
Give me a
But for
reason.
what-
You don't give me
for
no
what we know
reason.
I
about.
just gave
You
you
don't
a
give-
reason.
But hold on.
What
for
reason,
gave you a
damn it?
reason.
For what we
I
know,
said that he
for
may
what
not
we know
execute that
about.
character
Oh my
as
God.
well on the big screen. So what? That may not be
Oh my
good for
God.
you, but I can say that to
That is
anyone else, and
obvious,
it's probably-
Fred. That is obvious, Fred. If he doesn't do a good
It's a
job,
reason.
this movie.
It's a Pablo. It's a reason. It's a reason.
I know this.
It's a reason.
I
Okay.
know
I
this.
understand what Freddie said. Freddie's saying he should be able to just say if things go wrong, but then you can also turn around and say, well, that's with anything. Anything can go wrong. You get outside, go in the car, and get a flat tire. Anything can go wrong.
But it's not like you
I
can't
will say
express
this.
that.
But Fred, I will say this. If you watch any of the Planet of the Apes movies, Matt Reeves has a good writing, tone,
That is true.
directional
That is true.
focus. If you watch those movies are serious.
Yes, they are.
They're not goofy.
No, they're not.
I like his tone.
His tone is
It's really, you really believe that you was in this apocalyptic world where the apes had rose up. I mean, he was able to sell it. So
Yes.
to say that, yeah, you could go outside and get a flat tire. Yeah, but from what I've seen with Matt Reeves' other work, it's less likely. How about that? It's less likely. Now, I'm not saying, Freddie, you shouldn't say what you said, but then I can rebuke and say, if you looked at Planet Apes and everything else, something like that is less likely to happen. Now, is that fair?
I hear what you're saying.
That's fair.
And I hear
If
what
you
Pablo's
watch Planet
saying.
Apes,
and I've seen
that
Planet
man makes
Apes.
good movies. That man makes good movies. I
does.
won't even lie and say he does. The tone, the way Caesar was, the way the humans. I mean, it was better than Hunger Games.
I am rooting for this character to do great. So wait, so Matt Reeves does a great movie. He can't have a hiccup, and probably this comes out to be effed up.
He could, but we doubt it. But
Okay.
it's very unlikely that it would
Listen,
occur.
man, I hope it doesn't. I'm rooting for that, but at the same time, I'm not
Oh my
going to
God, here we
fall
go.
into that
Listen,
bandwagon and
yeah,
say like,
okay,
"Hey, listen, I'm not going to do
okay,
that.
Okay, whatever.
I'm not going to do it."
Let's get to the last topic. It doesn't bother me. I think somebody comes out and says something total opposite. But then all I'm saying is, I know what Matt Reeves has done previously.
Yes,
and
so
doesn't
do
look
I.
like that he would do something that.
But you're like the biggest Debbie Downer on earth, man.
Spider-Man: Far From Home, gentlemen. The last trailer indicated that Spider-Man or Thanos' snap has now opened up Marvel Studios to the multiverse. Will that throw the average moviegoer off? Freddie, what do you think? You and I know what multiverses mean.
Well, I don't
But
think
will
so. I mean, I
Joe-
think everyone knows what the whole multi-universe is going to present. I don't think it's going to throw anybody off. At least I don't think it is. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay.
You're saying
Pete, you think the general public will be thrown off? If there really is, I mean, because somebody said Mysterio could be lying. for all we know.
Yeah. I think I think the multiverse in some degree exists. It could be he's feeding him other information that is not truthful and honest, or whatever the case may be. I think he's probably lying about certain things. I think
Okay.
I think Marvel does a good job of
We don't want
bringing
to say
you along.
dumb it down. We don't want to say dumb it down, but
No,
yeah.
I don't think
The
they do. I don't think they dumb stuff down. I think they make it sensible enough that we'll be like, okay, I can kind of believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. and speaking of the multiverse, now, and this is off topic, but we had talked about this before, Paula. I didn't get to speak to Freddie about it. Now, how crazy is it now to have the Mandarin with 10 magical or alien rings that they didn't want to do this back in 2008? with the first Iron Man. They didn't want to have the Mandarin out there with space rings. They said the general public wouldn't understand it. Are you serious?
I kind of understand where they're coming from.
You mean that they were scared to initiate? The Mandarin was the Mandarin. And I think we got robbed.
I mean,
we'll never see Robert Downey Jr. fight the Mandarin.
Yeah, we got robbed of that.
We got robbed.
Who knows if they had this in mind with Shang-Chi? To bring him into the Shang-Chi world and replace certain characters for the Mandarin, Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Replace
him.
Because
they don't have the rights to it. Yeah, because they don't have the rights.
That is somewhat brilliant.
Genius. That's genius.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So tell the boys and girls, go get your old Shang-Chi comic books from back in the 1970s. You're going to get lost in the sauce with that. I'm telling you, Kung Fu action at its greatest.
Being that he's the first Asian superhero
forget
lead,
about it.
What do you think the numbers will be for that?
Oh man,
once again, I said
that'd be Jeremy Lin numbers, like when he was with the Knicks. Probably double.
I remember I said I gave Captain Marvel the benefit of maybe beating Deadpool 1 money. You couldn't have told me Captain Marvel was gonna make a bill.
Nah.
But Pablo, you did say it on the show. It's gonna make a bill. I was like, what? You said Captain Marvel make a bill because of the label. Because of the label, Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you gotta take that into effect. These movies are not just standalones. Yep. These movies are connected to something else. And you want to know if you're a Marvel fan, you want to know this.
Right.
So you're gonna go see the movie regardless of whether it's whack or not. You stop going if the movies become whack and they just can't recover and then it's over.
Oh yeah, people fall off
and then it's over.
But when Kevin Feige said Shang-Chi will be Enter the Dragon, Meet the Matrix, just take my money. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
That's ridiculous.
Back the truck out. I'm done. It's over. Take my money. It's over. The Matrix meets Enter the Dragon. Are you crazy?
That's gonna be. I can't.
What if they introduce Misty Knight and all the rest of them? Dude, this is crazy.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Your P rap. It's a rap. What? Wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's a rap.
Yeah.
It's a rap.
Yeah.
An all Asian cast.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. The only thing could be wrong if they soften it up. If it's as tough as Endgame was with the head lopping and the jaw breaking, then they got you.
Yeah.
Kung Fu action at its best.
Oh yeah, man, listen. When that first trailer hits,
oh my god!
Marvel keeps just breaking their own records.
You mean with trailers alone?
Like nothing.
the trailers alone.
Yeah.
In movie theaters and all these platforms, they're breaking records.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, Warner Brothers DC don't have a kung fu character like Shang-Chi. I mean, they got Bats and everybody else who can fight, and Nightwing and everybody else, but they don't have. They got Deathstroke, but they don't have the master who's kicking you and says, "This is Dragon walking tail. This is Tiger drinking water." I mean, oh my god!
Check it out. But this is the brilliance of this move.
Listen,
that's why it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. They did it because one, it's never been done before, and two, you can't beat me.
Yeah, you can't beat me.
You can't beat
DC doesn't have a
no. Correction.
Fred, they don't have one. They don't have a kung fu character.
You can't beat me this time.
You beat me with Wonder Woman.
Yep.
You beat me with Wonder Woman. You can't beat me with this.
Yeah, I mean DC.
That first trailer is gonna be crazy.
I think DC needs to really open up more in the diversity, department to really blow up. To really blow up, and that's when we had.
Hey, you guys ready to give a? You guys are ready to give a number for Spider-Man: Far From Home? I said a bill. Just the fact that it's the backup to Endgame. People are gonna go to see it.
Bill.
Not $2 billion. A bill.
A bill plus. A bill plus.
And I think that would be the biggest haul, even past Raimi's Spider-Man And of course, the Andrew Garfield movies never
Listen,
made money like that.
Listen, I'm gonna make another crazy prediction. You say $1 billion plus.
Yeah.
I say $2 billion.
Yeah.
I say
You
$2
gonna say $2 billion?
For Spider-Man Far From Home?
No.
Spider-Man?
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shang-Chi. My bad.
No.
No. Spider-Man Far From Home.
No, not Shang-Chi. That definitely made $2 billion. That I can agree with you on that. Yes.
Yeah, Shang-Chi might. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's-
yeah.
that's
Only
gonna-
because,
that's gonna.
if they take it, if they make it a cultural thing, like black people made. I said black people like I'm. Black people made Black Panther. Y'all like that
we
one,
get
right?
it.
That's
We
recorded.
get it. We understand. Right.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying, right? I get a
If
pass.
they
I get a
presented
pass.
that
If they
phenomenal
if
and
they
that
make
so-
it, forget it.
And the social media like that.
Apollo,
of course,
you're right.
Right.
$2 billion.
$2 billion. Oh,
$2 billion.
Yeah, that's what
Easy.
For Shang-Chi, yeah. But
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
$1
Yep, $2 billion.
Batman,
Yeah, Bill plus.
Spider-Man a bill.
Spider-Man definitely $1 billion. Definitely
He's
$1
still
A
like
bill. Why? Because it's the
$2 billion
follow-up.
for the Batman. I don't know about that.
And before we even talk about Godzilla, how do you guys feel now with the merger and everything over? We're getting 2 Marvel movies a year, and they're separated by 7 months apiece.
That's
This is the new
the strategy.
Reality. This is the new reality, Freddie. How you feel about this? Now that's just Marvel. DC, DC hasn't even said when they're putting out their films, but it looks like our superhero genre, the films will be far and few apart. I think this is a good thing because if the public was drowning in superhero movies, I think this will create the warp for the superhero genre to come back. Pablo?
It's obvious that the fans want it, and it's obvious that Marvel can create the content to keep fans hooked to their content. So, it's making it difficult in regards that, now WB, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna put out 2 movies and risk doing bad ones because they still have not proven that they can be consistent quality wise? Again, Shazam wasn't all that. If you were 17, 15, 14 years old,
Shazam was
probably
safe.
the best movie ever.
It was a popcorn movie,
Yeah,
Yeah, I changed the age
I was not
range.
excited.
13 to 16. 13, go lower, a little bit lower. May even go from 10 to 15. That was Shazam's audience.
Based on the information that we've been receiving in terms of Patty Jenkins is so excited to release Wonder Woman. She even wants to release it earlier.
Yeah, that's some great stuff to hear. She's saying this movie is dope.
Yeah,
wow.
She has a full confidence about this movie.
That's a big statement.
It is a big statement, yes. And she has like such high confidence that this movie is just going to be great, when it comes out. And probably
plus,
just as
Pete,
better
they
than
gave
the
her a
second.
bigger budget. They gave her a bigger budget.
Oh,
they
so-
said whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, the budget she had, she did good. She did very good.
Again, the reason why it's being released at the time that it's being released is because I think they're planning something, and they don't want to jump the gun. They don't want to jump the gun.
Well, yeah. Plus, they don't want to put it out in November. They don't want to put it next to a Star Wars or Frozen 2. Very smart. Plus, I want to grab that summer box office. I think Wonder Woman in the summer, like it was before, would be another home run. Yeah. So Warner Brothers said, "Why are we putting this out in the wintertime?" And I got Star Wars. No. Stay away from them.
Yeah.
Put our stuff out.
Too much competition.
Yeah, too much competition. And it's the year before because they probably said, I'm not going nowhere near Black Panther. And if Black Panther is Atlantis, everybody just shut it down, stay away for about 3 months, or you crazy. You crazy. You will be crazy.
We can all agree amongst, we've had this conversation many a times, that Black Panther, although it was a good film and it represented a lot and it did great, and I knew that it was going to be a huge success, but it wasn't the best of films. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever. You know, for some people it was, and I'm not mad at that.
But yeah,
but
right.
in terms
no,
of
it wasn't.
you know,
it wasn't
it being
Winter
a
Soldier.
great film,
No.
was it Winter Soldier? No, we've said it a bunch of times. There's a lot of movies that we can compare it to and say this it wasn't that. Black Panther doesn't have this time around the special treatment, quote unquote, of it being first black superhero and all the things that came along with this film in terms of what it stood for. I think we're already past that, right?
Yeah.
This film now,
it's gonna be judged on the merit.
this film has to be great. Now, I think it has to be great. It has to be a great film.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Because it doesn't have that specialness as it did the first one. The first one was a special movie, man. It was an event.
What you said.
Black Panther
right.
2. Black Panther 2 will be an event too, but not as big as this. Not as much money as I think it can be if they don't go the route of the Submariner.
You mean the same? Oh, you mean it won't have the same huge hype as the first one?
Yeah, it won't. I mean, yeah, it's not a virgin anymore.
Yeah, it's not the special. It's not that special thing that we've all been waiting for. We already experienced that.
And that's
now we want to
now
we want to experience a really great film.
Then that's what you're ready to say. I think the hype is all gone. We experienced that.
And it has, and then Trey, it has to be Submariner. I don't see any other storyline.
And the third Black Panther has to be what? I'm saying it right here, ladies and gentlemen. The third Black Panther has to be Dr. Doom.
You think it should be Dr. Doom, man?
Dr. Doom? Really?
Enough said.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know that. Yeah. Really?
It can't, because I don't believe Dr. Doom cannot be.
The two biggest storylines in the Black Panther mythos was Atlantis, Dr. Doom, or like Fred told me the other day, will we get Infinity Watch? But then, like you said, P, I think they're gonna stay away from the Infinity Stones for a while.
Yeah, it'll be a while.
We might not get Infinity
Watch. We're not gonna
Watch.
get that for a while. Yeah.
Because we haven't even met Black Bolt. We don't have Black Bolt in the MCU
He's
yet.
part of the
We don't have the
Illuminati.
Inhumans.
Yeah.
Then you said we haven't met Black Bolt. Then
No, we haven't. The TV show got canceled.
Not the real Black Bolt. Right. Not the.
Not the real Black
I don't know what that was.
So
Black Bolt's one of the most powerful people on the planet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why certain shows you can't put them on TV. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, and you can see, you can honestly see.
Ghost
the
Rider
struggle.
shouldn't be on TV.
Yeah.
TV shows struggle. TV shows struggle.
I think it's on Hulu.
Well, it's gonna be watered down. It's gonna be watered down.
It's on Google. I thought it was on
I
Google.
have faith in Marvel to do something fantastic. Because again, you don't have to be in Ghost Rider mode for the whole joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it is a TV show.
Because it falls in line with Hulk Smash. We can't see that for.
Yeah, you can't do that
for an hour.
Absolutely correct.
But I just want to finish off with Black Panther saying that he cannot pull it off. That $2 billion mark without the Submariner.
I agree.
That's true.
It has to have.
It has to be Namor.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they're talking about, we bringing Michael B. Jordan back, dude, who cares?
I don't care.
We want Namor.
Yeah,
we
that's what I'm saying.
want
I don't care,
Namor.
right.
We want Namor.
He died.
And nothing against nothing. Well,
he's done.
No, but they're gonna say maybe some people with
back.
the snap.
Right.
Maybe some people with the snap came back.
Nah, the snap people ain't come back. You know what I'm saying? Those people ain't come back. So
yeah, that'd be a mistake on there. That would really be a mistake.
Yeah, that would be our mistake. That's
that would be a mistake.
Killmonger was a great character. He was a great character.
Right.
Leave it be. They killed him off.
Right.
Dude, so was the Claw. They shouldn't have never killed off the Claw. That was crazy. Like, wait a minute.
Who?
You need the Claw, like the Claw.
Oh yeah. That was a mistake as well.
That was shocking. They said, "Yo, they killed off the Claw."
Yeah. I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have been expounding here on Egghead News Podcast Daily Hot Topics. As we say, we're in the midst of another comic book bonanza. We're still in the midst of Endgame. is now number 2 all time. It sunk the Titanic, but bump. That's that's a bad joke in there somewhere. But it had nothing to do with the people that. But anyway, Avatar, you're in the sights. Avatar's up next. James Cameron, you now work for Disney. They're not waiting 6 years for you to make one movie. Yeah, you're on the clock now, James.
Right, you got to stop.
That nonsense is over.
Such a big gap.
That nonsense is over. Yeah.
Jesus, man. I hope he doesn't fall victim to the "we're over it"
next decade. No, James. No, not next decade, James. Because we need that movie.
Blade
2 years from now.
Blade Runner suffered from it, and what other film? Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
They suffered from that gap.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
Oh no, there's a lot of movies. Star Trek suffered from that. You can't wait 6 years later.
Yeah.
But James Cameron does. But anyway, this was a good podcast. I think this podcast was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys listened to it. As we always say, click on the link for subscribe. Follow us at Egghead Entertainment
and comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you
comment
agree,
in the comment section.
disagree.
Yeah.
Tell us we
call
suck,
names like y'all normally do.
And also give it a like. It doesn't cost you no money, just a little bit of energy. Just click on the like button. It helps us out.
Absolutely.
Freddie, anything to say? Before Godzilla comes out in a couple of weeks?
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup between Godzilla and my 3 favorite monsters.
And we still got to talk about Keanu Reeves and John Wick, the Parabellum. We got to talk about that, boys.
I'm seeing that this weekend.
I'm seeing that this weekend, too. Pablo, any last words? The Batman.
Hey, you heard it here first on Eggheads Entertainment. $2 billion if the movie is done well. So now, having said that, see, listen, you're saying I'm not gonna get into it. He's saying he doubted, but still hasn't given me a reason why. I'm saying if it's a great film, it'll be a $2 billion film. If it's whack, it won't.
$1 billion plus, maybe $1 billion plus.
Okay.
And joining Aquaman is the next right there.
You don't know how badly people are out there wanting DC to win.
Of course. People are like, oh yeah.
They cannot fail with Batman. They cannot. Listen to me. That is why they're doing what they're doing. They're putting him through the ringer. They want to make sure that they got the right person.
So just to mess y'all up before we sign off, so will y'all really be upset, and will you really think it was impossible if DC stole the front page once again by showing Bradley Cooper and Sterling K. Brown dressed up like Green Lanterns?
That would be huge.
Bradley Cooper?
That'll be huge.
Wait,
that would be huge.
If you saw Bradley Cooper
I just heard Bradley
and Sterling K. Brown, Bradley Cooper and Sterling K. Brown dressed up like Green Lanterns. Would that blow your mind? Would they steal the front page?
Wow.
Would they steal the front page?
Yeah, well, like Pablo
Would they steal the front page?
Yeah.
$2 billion.
Yeah. I'm scared of you.
Yeah, that might be $2 billion right there. Yeah,
that's $2 billion right there.
I didn't even understand what you were saying, but I'm like, well, yeah, okay.
Come on, man. These dudes, these guys are, and again, I can't emphasize this enough. WB hasn't gotten a win like this. They got their first taste with Aquaman. They got their first taste with Aquaman.
Their first bill.
Now Marvel,
bill came through.
Marvel is doing it on a regular right now.
Yeah, to them is nothing.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
To them is routine.
That is kind of crazy. There's articles. So is every movie they make $1 billion? I said, I don't know. Yeah. Looks like it, right?
It's looking like that's the average almost because it's billion.
Come on,
Captain Marvel.
It is.
Wait, Captain Marvel $1 billion, really?
Yeah, but you're right, Fred. You're right. It is the average for them.
It is the average.
$1 billion movie.
Yeah, true. And of course,
Endgame was expensive.
Of course,
Endgame wasn't expensive. Remember, Endgame was paid for when they put out Infinity War. They shot the whole movie back to back, so Endgame was all profit. All profit. So Disney has not lost any money. It cost them $1 billion to make those two movies. Both movies cost $500 million a piece.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous, man.
And they made their money back.
Within like
Easy.
weekend. It's crazy.
In a weekend.
Yeah, the weekend.
And once again, I just want to point out that Egghead called it. He said, Egghead said, I said.
No. We did say.
I'll take you back to the videotape. I'll take you back to the videotape. I said it first. I said it first. I said that it can possibly even do $1 billion in a weekend.
No, we all said that.
Oh,
And
we called those time records. We called those records.
All right.
We said that.
There's only 2 episodes back. Go back and go
Okay.
back. Go back and see and tell me exactly what was said. Who said what first? That's what I'm saying.
This is why everybody and my aunt tunes into Eggheads Entertainment and Eggheads Podcast Daily and Egghead News, because we have the best, the critical conversations on the tube right now. And as we always say at Eggheads Entertainment, go to the movies.
Oh shit.